This ancient, mysterious tool not only allows you to add in the woods, but also fight. Or not. It doesn't really do any of that stuff. What's up guys, Dan here, Coalcracker Bushcraft. So today we're going to show you a fun camp hack, something that you can either set up before you head into the woods or a good project when you're at camp to keep you organized, because if you don't already know, organization is one of those key things that you need to take into consideration when you're in the outdoors to be super successful and make your trip just that much better. So let's just get right into it. Beautiful day out here. At the class this past weekend, Basic Bushcraft, great group of students, and one thing that we told them was, hey, always have some paracord or bank line on hand, be it in your haversack or just in your good old pocket, because you never know when you're gonna have to lash something or tie something or hang up your gear. So generally when we think about keeping our gear up off the ground, we think about muddy ground, wet ground, snowy ground, but it's also just nice in general, even on a beautiful day like today, to be able to hang up your backpack or your shirt and just be able to work without constantly having to get down on your hands and knees and dig through your bag. So although this isn't today's tip, I'm gonna just show you this quick because this is actually a good one, and then this just our project, today's project builds off of it, right? So what we're gonna do, we just take a piece of paracord. You can use bank line, you can use hand braided cordage, whatever you would like to do for this. Put a loop on one end and then take that loop, put it around a tree, put the rest of the line through the loop, and now your rope is hanging off the tree just like that. Now just search the ground, scour the ground for a stick. But I don't have to do that because I picked one up earlier. Just scour my haversack and we have a little stick, marline spike hitch right here. And what that does when we stick the stick inside that marline spike is now we have something there that I can just take my haversack, I'll tie it in a knot so it looks better on camera, right? And I could just literally feed it through, and now my haversack's just hanging. I can get in there. It's quick and it's easy, it's effective, but the problem with that is it really only holds one item. Yes, I could put my shirt and my hat and my underwear over top of all of that, but now we're starting to layer it and just digging through and stuff's falling. So there is something more fun, more bushcrafty that you can do. So like I said at the beginning of the video, it can be a permanent solution that you just carry this along, or you could make this in the field. If you're gonna make it in the field, it's just gonna take a little bit of time, which we'll talk about. But basically what you're gonna do is you're going to take a piece of paracord again, and you're gonna put a loop on one end. I like a bow line because a bow line comes out really easily if there's a lot of tension put on it, but you can just overhand knot it with a loop on one end, and then it's just straight line all the way out. Length, variable. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a few toggles. So we all love toggles here in the bushcraft world. I cut these, I rounded off the edges really nice. It's dry wood because I found it on the ground from an old project. And then what you need to do, and this is the little bit of a crafty part, and it might depend on the tools that you have, you need to put a hole right in the center. Check out that hole right there. That's what we're looking for. All right, hole right through the project. Some options to do that. Number one, if you have a gimlet, which is a little hand drill or a little hand drill set, just drill out those holes just that way. If you don't have a gimlet in the field with you, what I would suggest is to cut these in half, not totally round, just cut them in half, and just take your knife and just grind your knife through, because your knife tip's not going to make it all the way through something thick like this. Or if you're going to make this setup for a permanent setup, then just get the good old power drill at home and nail it right through there, and you will be a happy camper. So you can make as many of these as you would want. I'm going to go with 3 because I have a saw, my haversack, and my shirt that I'd like to hang up. This also works really well for cooking equipment and stuff like that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's look at it. Take your paracord and just work it through those holes just like that. This is where the magic starts to happen. Not really, but it sounded good for the video. So I'm just gonna put these 3 on, and then I'm just gonna let them fall up towards the top of my loop. Now we are ready to go and set up our hanging system. So bigger tree for the win at this point, because we're gonna hang more stuff on it. So what we're gonna do is take our loop, and we are just going to feed the other end of our paracord into the loop like that, and then create some tension. Now before we get this super tight, what I wanna do, I'm gonna shift this whole thing, because again, you can only see from that direction, right? So we're gonna shift this around. So you can see that I have all of my toggles now spaced along the tree, and that's why I'm saying you can add as many or as little of these as you want. Well, now that that is all adjusted, okay, my loop is right here. You got to believe me, it's right here, and here is my line. So now I could pull some tension. Now listen, you don't have to pull so much tension that you're pretending you're fighting me in a tug of war battle, because I'm going to win anyway, right? So we just need to pull enough that it's nice and taut, but not crazy tight, okay? Here's my line. It's gonna come to my first toggle. It's gonna go behind my first toggle. It's gonna go on the bottom side behind my first toggle, and you can do 1 or 2 wraps there if you would like, and then just put a half hitch. So a half hitch, you're basically just going to make a loop and you're going to slide it over the toggle itself and give it a little tug. You can put 2 if you would want. Listen, like, the world is yours at this point, and literally that quick my hanging system is done. So watch how cool this is. So because of the geometry, we'll use some big words here, because of the geometry of these sticks, you're always going to get some flex. They're never going to be flat and like totally one with the tree. So when we want to hang something, we just lean it forward a little bit. Now we can hang my saw. We're going to tie the haversack tight again so you can see just how nice this is. Otherwise it's going to be low. So we can just tilt this one out that way. We can take my shirt. Don't worry, I have a shirt underneath. I know the ladies would probably like it if I didn't have a shirt underneath, but point being, all right, got the shirt. Now we can come to this hanger all the way on this side, and boom. 3 things hung up, a very cool little system that you can set up next time you're at camp for ultimate organization and ultimate fun. Boom, and just like that, another Coalcracker video in the books and another tool for the toolbox. What a great camp hack. Definitely a fun one to hang multiple pieces of gear around camp and keep all your stuff off the ground and keep yourself just that much more comfortable while you're out here. So yeah, that's it. So today's video over. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe down below. You can also check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com for all our classes, our gear, and our blog. And until the next video, stay in the woods.